Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Are we ready for another day? Are we ready for the weekend? Because I sure am. It is only Thursday. I got one more day, and then I'm there. And oh boy, is it a long week. Mostly because I'm just not used to this, brand new schedule. I'm on week 2 at my job. Just about to finish it up. Things are still going well, kind of like I mentioned last stream, but just trying to stay on top of everything, especially with like this week, because I know not just this game, but 2 games released, so I had to make sure I got as much done of other stuff as possible so that I'd be ready to play the game today, review the game tomorrow, upload it for Saturday. So I think I'm set up. I think I got everything else done. Yesterday was a very busy day for me, just running around doing miscellaneous errands, grocery shopping, laundry, taking out trash, working on a different YouTube video so that I could have that one kind of started, getting myself set up for this one. I ended up buying the game I'm going to play today as well as the next game, the other one that released today, right away because I know they're the release day sale, whatever. So I figured I might as well save myself a couple dollars because I still don't have a ton of money. I just started my job, so it's unsurprising that, I got to worry about that. Trying to keep up with the cats. They've been running around like maniacs. They literally just ran out of the room. I don't know if you could hear them like a minute ago. Not even. But yeah, we are up and at 'em, staying busy. And I think I am set up to have a pretty good weekend. Because if I can get the YouTube video done and released Saturday, like my normal schedule would be, Sunday's going to be a nice relaxed day. I can either play the other game off stream, or I could wait till Tuesday and play the game, in which case I can just relax on Sunday. Which would be great, because I feel like I haven't relaxed in like 4 or 5 days. Which is unsurprising, seeing that I'm on day 4 of the work week. Hey, Scuba. You laying down now? Okay. I'm glad you finally decided to calm down. But, like I said, we are being very busy. The video I started working on isn't going to release for like 3 weeks, because I plan on doing the 2 reviews first. And that will give me enough time to work on the next video, because that video is going to be a little different. And I want to make sure the script is really hammered out. So I wrote yesterday, I got about half of it done. And the script is about as long as my other videos so far. And my videos tend to be between 5 and 8 minutes typically. So I'm looking at a cat. But yeah, we're looking at like a 10 to maybe even closer to 20-minute video, depending on how fast I talk and how much more I write. So hopefully that video is well received, because there's going to be a lot of work going into it. Because right now I spend anywhere from 10 to 20 hours on a video. I think this one is going to end up being almost 40 hours all said and done. Isn't that right? Nope, you're just going to sit so no one can actually see your face. Come on, buddy, you got to learn your camera posing. What are you doing? Yeah, you're just staring off to the other side of nowhere. What do you think you're doing? All right. Well, if you're just going to hang out there, you can hang out there for a little bit while I continue rambling about my day and all the things I've been up to. Also, now that I'm, no longer unemployed, I figured I might as well, get my motivation back, start going to the gym again. Because I was doing pretty good at going to the gym so far this year, and then I got laid off, and I was really good about going to the gym for the first, 2 weeks. And then I just got lazy. Because I was like, oh, I'll just go when I wake up. And then I started waking up at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I was like, well, now I got to start getting ready for stream, or now I got to work on a YouTube video. And then I just never went to the gym, because it's not a 24-hour gym. So now that I'm going back to the gym, I am surprised at how much of my, cardio ability I have lost in 2 months. because I was like I go to the gym. I'll like lift weights for like anywhere between half an hour and an hour, and then I'll get on the treadmill and just walk on the treadmill until like 6:30. So I tend to be at the gym for hour and a half, 2 hours, depending on how early I get there. Last week, I could only do like a mile and a half of walking before my feet were killing me. I've gotten back up to about 3 miles, but none of that is running. There was a point earlier in the year where I was able to run like 2-3 miles and then walk for like another 40 minutes and call that good. Or walk till to fill like 40 minutes, not another 40 minutes of walking, but still. Yeah, I need to get back to that point. You got to be active. And like I was telling you last night, I'm too big to be able to run around in here all day, which is why I need to go to the gym so I can do my running elsewhere. What's that look for? Yeah, okay, buddy. Again, with you not being talkative on stream. If I had the microphone turned off and the camera turned off, you'd be screaming at me right now. But no, he's just gonna be a quiet little bean. All right, I'm gonna put you down so we can get to the game, and then we can play later. Okay? Let me just. There you go. All right. So if the game title and game category doesn't give it away, as well as everything else I've said so far, we're checking out a new game. It's called Sengoku Dynasty. It actually has nothing to do with Ghost of Tsushima, other than the fact that it's feudal Japan. But I was poking around on Steam reviews, trying to figure out which of the two games I wanted to play, and I told myself I would go with whatever game gets more reviews by my lunchtime. So this game ended up winning the challenge between the two games. And then I was looking on Twitch for like under the category, and this game has like several thousand viewers, and I was not expecting that. So I said, we're doing this game first. We can do the next game either next week, or I can just play it off stream if we want to keep playing this one. We'll see. And then from what I've seen of the reviews, they're kind of mixed. It seems like most of the negative reviews are upset that the game is considered early access and it's a bit buggy. So essentially, we're going to play a Bethesda game. Sound fair? Also, I need to open the game and get the sound settings and everything set up. I haven't done that yet. So I'm probably about to have this blasted in my ears. But I already have it turned off for you guys. So I'm getting this running. I also heard, through reading reviews, that there's a chance that the game's going to take a while to load. So I probably should have done this before stream. But before stream, I was busy editing TikToks, which I posted one right before stream. If I go here to TikTok, boom. The main TikTok is the one I posted to, as well as I posted it on Instagram. Insta, I believe that is. There you go. So either that first link in the TikTok or the Instagram link, both of them are going to be able to get you to see what I was working on, see what I was editing right before stream, because I posted it the second I finished. Open volume mixer. Reset. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Uh-oh. I am so sorry. Hang on. We're just gonna drop your volume real fast. What broke? Why did things break? Open volume mixer. I literally did. Why does everything break right all of a sudden? Hang on. Yeah, literally everything. All right, give me a second. You need to go to music. There we go. Okay. That should have fixed the first problem. I accidentally reset all of my sound settings. So now I need to go and fix all of this real fast. I'm just gonna fix the important ones right now. Hopefully no one like had their eardrums blown out when I did that. If so, I am sorry. We are dealing with scuff of me not preparing for stream at this point. Okay, I think that is what would have needed to be fixed. I know I currently can hear game volume and everything else. I don't think you guys can. Let me get all this set up so I can see what you guys are seeing. So you can hear me, that's good. You cannot hear the game, but you can hear the music. Okay. So, I'm gonna flip over to this scene. I'm kind of blocking the logo, right here, like where my head is. It's the logo for the game. I need to turn off the in-game music first and foremost. That is absolutely a must. That didn't help anything. It's still playing. I'm gonna bump this down. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and hit new game. I can turn on the volume for you guys here. Okay, game volume's on, other volumes are on. You should be able to hear everything at this point. If not, let me know. I will try my best to keep an eye on it, but there's a chance I missed something. Okay, I got all my screens back open. But yeah, I only know very little about this game, so we're gonna see how this works. We're gonna be checking it out for the first time together. You get to see my brand new reactions. So I understand very, very vaguely what you're doing. This is essentially like a city builder based in feudal Japan. That's about all I know. So, like I said, we're discovering together. And we will see what happens. I was not expecting a Japanese voice.
それから故郷の村を離れ、一月。道なき道を歩き続けた。時には盗賊に出くわし、ある者は病を患った。行く先々で見る光景が戦の恐ろしさを物語っていた。夜になると収穫できなかった畑のことを思い出す。それに家族のこと。子供たちや村に住む人々のこと。置き去りにしてきたご先祖様や村の神様には許しを請うばかり。ただ願うはあの伝説の平民の持ち
I assume you guys can hear the game. If you can't, let me know. I can fix it.
平和に暮らすこと。漁師たちに手を貸してもらえた。船は最後の目的地へ向かう準備ができている。大海原が旅立ちを待ち受ける。とにかく無事にたどり着くことを祈ろう。
There's our little intro. And I'm just right here already. Okay, I wanna play with these settings real fast. Nope. Mouse sensitivity. We're gonna bump this down a bit. It was a bit out of hand. There we go. That's a bit better. Okay. So we can walk around, and now I need to find other survivors. Your basic player stats: food green, health points red, stamina yellow. Okay. Handcraft. Well, I don't have any of that stuff, so... But I can pick up some stuff. In the beginning, your survival will depend on foraging. Look for items such as sticks, stones, and grass. They will serve as basic crafting materials. Meanwhile, berries, eggs, herbs, and gobo are simple but reliable source of food. They will help you keep your food stat high, which in turn makes your stamina regenerate faster and your HP slowly. Handcrafting. You can craft basic tools and weapons by choosing the desired recipe in the handcrafting radio menu. That's what we were just looking at. When darkness or weather forces you, use a hammer to build a tent to sleep in or a campfire to cook gobo. Light the vicinity and warm yourself. To get a hammer, you may need to craft an axe first and chop down a tree. Just make sure you've gathered all the resources first. Okay, so we're gonna have to do some collecting here. I'm gonna pick up a few stones. Never know when you might need a few stones. They're not shiny rocks, but you know, they're rocks nonetheless. Is there other stuff around here we can take? Bundle of sticks, mine. More stones, more stones, more stones. Anything in here? Stone knife. All right, we are a hunter now. We're gonna murder. Ooh, we're gonna murder. I'm so excited. Get more food for yourself and your dynasty by hunting animals like hares, boars, and deer with a spear or bow. Look for animals in the wilderness and approach them carefully. Crouching allows you to get closer, especially from behind. The basic wooden spear can be thrown or used in melee if the opponent decides to fight back. Keep some spares in the inventory just in case you miss or one is not enough. When you hunt an animal down, equip a knife to skin it. You will always be able to collect raw meat. However, animals are also a unique source of many valuable resources like furs, fat, and other hunting trophies. Unlock perks in the way of the warrior to gain the ability to collect them. Remember that meat will eventually rot. Cooking even stale meat will provide you with a fresh piece that lasts longer. Alright. So there's gonna have to be a bit of murdering. So I can make a stone axe right now. And then if I want to make a hammer, I'm going to need a log. If I want straw, I'm going to need grass. If I want a spear, I'm going to need a log and a stone. Torch is a stick and straw. Okay. Okay. So if I craft this bad boy... How do I open? I think I just made a second one. There's the inventory. In your character screen, you will find most important information about you. All picked up or crafted items will end up in your inventory slots. To use tools, weapons, or consumables directly on the map, move them to quick slots. When a spear is thrown or a tool breaks in your hands, will automatically be replaced by an item of the same type, as long as you have some spares in your inventory. Wearable items or ammunition can be equipped in the equipment slots. So now that I got my, 2 axes, I can equip, and then it's in number 1. If I equip, that's number 2, okay, and my torch. Equip. And I got a raw meat. So now can I flip between these? Nice, okay. supposed to be looking for survivors. I'm getting very distracted. Okay, so shift is sprint. Control is crouch. And it's not a hold. Okay. We're learning. Anything else? Anything good? No. I am curious where these survivors are. I suppose I just go through here. I will say my patchwork clothes are kind of rocking. It's a bit short, but you know, it's tastefully short. It's not tacky in the slightest. Is this a survivor? Homeboy's just taking a nap. He's not even worried about the fact that we're like stranded here. I'm taking your berries and your bamboo bottle. Okay. Also, are these what sticks are? Yes, I'm gonna need some of these. Hang on. We're gonna let my mans take a nap. They didn't say anything about a carry weight, so I'm going to assume we're cutting down a tree next. I was gonna say I'm going to assume there isn't a carry weight because they didn't mention it. But guess we're gonna learn how to cut down a tree rather than worry about how much I can lift. So, trees provide the most important building resources like sticks, logs, and planks. To cut down a tree, hit it with an axe. Note there are many different types of trees and some require better quality tools. Hit a felled tree to get logs. A log can be processed further with an axe or an adze at that thing. Or simply picked up. It will occupy a whole inventory slot and it's very heavy. Oh, maybe there is a carry weight. Logs can be dropped again from the inventory for further processing or worked on a carpentry station. Plank or firewood production. So first, debark a log with an axe and get sticks. Or bark. So depending on what tool you use is what you get. A debarked log will provide firewood when hit with an axe, planks when hit. Okay. Using a carpentry station can help you speed up the process. Note, a debarked log is still usable for building or crafting. There is also an uncommon paper mulberry tree that provides special paper bark. Interesting. Well, guess we're gonna cut this down. Do I have to stand on different sides of it? No. I don't know which way this is going. I got scared. I was not about to let my my first death be to a tree. Oh. Give me your logs. Give me your logs. Okay. Oh, look who's awake. We're gonna harvest some of this as well. We're doing the Minecraft technique of hoard everything. And maybe in the future, things will work out. So, Akko, it's you. You're alive. I would prefer voices. I don't want to have to voice all of these characters. Oh boy. So, Akko, you're alive. Yes, when the ship went down. Oh gods, don't move. You're hurt. I'll be alright. It's just I'm cold. Stay here. I'll find a way to help. A campfire for starters, then maybe a tent to protect you from the wind. I'll need tools to set it up. Be back in a moment. Remember when I had enough stones? Also, I'm not seeing carry weight anywhere in here. Dynasty management. Managing your dynasty is the best way to achieve prosperity. It allows you to automate some of your production to help make your life easier. But to become a great leader, you need people to lead. Look for refugees and make them join your dynasty by assigning them a bed in one of your houses. Then you will be able to assign them a job, like item production or special project construction, to produce items a villager needs to access dynasty storage, buildings, raw materials, and optionally a tool. Yo, this is going to be wild if we get to like this point where we have like production areas. You can also assign yourself a job to yourself. After all, as a great leader, you should give a good example yourself. Note that all of the production and benefits happen on season change. Think of the seasons as production turns and prepare for them well. You can end the current season only after some days have passed. To end the season, interact with the bell tower. I don't have a bell tower yet, so we're not gonna overthink this too closely. Also note that your villagers have needs. Neglect them and they will eventually leave. To satisfy their needs, make sure you keep enough items like food, beverages, and heating materials in dynasty storage. When your dynasty gets bigger, new types of requirements may be needed to satisfy your villagers. Okay, so I got a problem. I don't know what is going on. This looks like quite the map. So we're in spring, day 1 of 5. So these seasons are going to be a lot shorter than Stardew Valley. That's for sure. Anyway, gimme. I don't like that. I didn't try doing that either. And craft a hammer. No. E? No. Q. Okay. We now have a hammer. Hammers allow you to build all types of structures. Place them on a relatively flat surface outside neutral villages. Some structures will be built immediately after placement, while others will be ghosts until you deliver resources. You can even move any ghosts or structures except fields at any time, or demolish ruined structures when they are inside your village. Interesting. So now I need to equip the hammer. So I'm going to put that there. It gives me the hammer. Open menu. Basic structures. I'm going to assume the little lock means I can't do this. Hello, Wuna. Welcome in. How are you? Did you enjoy your Fall Guys? I was watching literally up until I jumped to the hoops. Yes, I was literally watching up until I hit go live, and I saw you like start that match, and yeah. Here, let me flip over so you guys can see me better. Welcome in, everyone. My name is Ban Shredded Cheese. You can feel free to call me Cheese. I primarily play indie games, and this one is a brand new release today. And when I am not actively playing indie games, I'm going through my backlog of other games. So I just finished Subnautica. I don't know what my next non-new release game is going to be. I was doing Portal 2 as a one-off stream. I did not finish it, so there's a chance I bring that back to wrap that game up. Otherwise, yeah, we're checking out brand new games. This game is called Sengoku Dynasty. It came out today. And it's kind of like a city builder, but it's in like the Sengoku era of Japan. So it's kind of like a feudal kind of thing going on. And hopefully there's not too much chaos to this, because the plan is to take everything I learned today and turn it into a YouTube video to release on Saturday where I review this game. But that's enough about me. Who wants to see a cat? Which one of you? Scuba, you're closer. Come here. Hello. How are you? Are you excited to be woken up? Do you want to say hello to everyone? Yeah, they raided in. No? You're quiet? I don't know what you're doing. Okay. Well, I tried my best. And now you're about to knock over stuff on my desk. Here. How about you sit over here instead? Does that work? Can you look over here? Hey. Can you look over here? No? Okay, I must go walk my dog. Absolutely. Thank you for the raid. Thank you everyone who came in. Let's I don't know what I'm saying. Let's do something. No, enjoy watching me attempt to play this game while dealing with my cats. Yeah, hello. Have a good stream. I shall be back. Absolutely. Hopefully I will have more than some ragged clothes and a hammer by the time you come back. We will see how far I'm able to get. So let's get right back into this gameplay. So I need to build a campfire and a basic tent right now, which I don't have enough of either of those, but you know, we're not gonna worry about it. So if I put that there and then I just hold down, I'm out of stone. I'm out of stone. I need rocks. I need rocks. There we go. And now I need to build a tent. Okay. Basic structures. Tent. Why is it red? Can I not get it that close to a fire? I mean, I guess that's good in the long run, but... So I still need 2 more sticks. And then I'll be able to finish this up. Okay. Okay, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. Remember when I said I was going to hoard resources and now I'm out of resources? That's going swimmingly. There you go. Akko, wake up. Are you feeling better now? Yes, thank you. I'm going to be all right. I have some fresh fish here. Let me cook it for us. But what do we do now? We had supplies on the ship. Here we have nothing. When do we move on? We don't move on. We spend the whole rest of our lives running away. Look around. There's fertile land, tall trees, fresh water. And I didn't see any soldiers guarding them from ordinary folk. I believe in the legend of the peasant kingdom, and I don't intend to stop now. Maybe you're right, but how do we start? This isn't even a village over... Is this even a village over there, or just ruins? I haven't wandered too far, so I couldn't tell you. I'm going to assume it's ruins, though. That is going to be my assumption. So, you have just increased your dynasty's legend level. It is a measure of your dynasty's prestige and respect in the Nada Valley. Level it up by completing the most important quests and constructing special projects you encountered in the world. Dynasty Legend is the limit of villagers you can manage at the same times. There are also a lot of technologies and recipes that are unlocked the higher your level gets, so it's essential to progression. Okay, so I just got to keep leveling up. I'll go look around. I'm not sure I can convince someone to help. Okay. Akko, you have fun. Or am I supposed to? I'm supposed to. Oh, I'm supposed to. But I need food. Can I... How do I food? How do I food? How do I food? Campfire, cook. Cooked meat. There we go. Okay. I figured out how to food. We're gonna be okay. So if I just cancel that, and then I have like a few berries. Oh, these berries do nothing. Okay. Well, we're gonna go off to the village. My axe? No. With my knife? Maybe. A torch during the daytime? Seems a little unnecessary. We're getting out the knife. Actually, no, that's a little threatening. We'll put the knife away. And we'll put the hammer away. Hello? What do you want? Is this the peasant kingdom? Are they really calling us that? So it's not. It sure is now. I like the sound of it. The peasant kingdom. I think we deserve it. I haven't heard of any other province that would shake off the lords. Okay. I guess that doesn't count as going to the nearest village. We're going to continue on. And maybe, just maybe, we can figure out what's going on over here. My instant diagnosis is we are in Hawaii. Burnt down building. See, it's Hawaii. Like I said, we're not in Japan anymore. So Toshiji. My friend and I almost died. You have to help us out of here. Is there any... What are these ruins? You know, we're gonna go with that one. Ah, right, that was you. I saw how you cared for your friend. That's really touching, I must say. I must have misjudged you at first glance. I'm glad to welcome you here if it were up to me. But it isn't. New settlers need permission from a village council. I can read, I promise. I don't know why I chose a game that requires so much reading. This is going to be a nightmare for me. You mean there's a council in charge of these here ruins? Of course not. But is the village formally still here? I guess so, but you know, you might be onto something. The village is formally still here, but there's no council to keep us out. I mean, you're walking a fine line here, but I guess no harm will come from it to the rest of the valley. The abbot and the temple could have some objections, but you know, your plan is so wild, it could just work. Good, where do I start? Well, the bell tower is in ruins, and it's the heart of the village. Without it, this is just a piece of burnt land. So can I rebuild it? That could be difficult, but luckily for you, I found the old bell in the ruins. I meant to sell it, but it's too heavy to carry. I can give it to you, but first I need to see that you can actually manage the old woodwork. The bell tower should look nice, so make sure you have a proper... Okay. Well... Time to make new tools. I don't have sticks. I need sticks. Do you think he's gonna be mad if I just, like, tear down this building? That's not the right tool. Oh. That gave me plank conifer. Where'd I get the cooked fish from? I got some grass too, 7 sticks. Interesting, interesting. No, I want to freaking... Okay, there we go, there we go. We're gonna build this bad boy. Get 20 planks. For example, by using on the ads on logs. That's not what I meant to drop. Good thing I have logs. We're gonna pick up the sticks though. And then I also need to put this in my inventory. So was that 4? It was 5. So do I just... Okay. Okay, so we got plenty of planks. We got some bark. That's good, that's good. Oh, we need 20 planks. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're not there yet. We're just gonna chop down another building. Oh, we're collecting charcoal too. Interesting. Do I just take out the tree that's right here? Do you think they'd be mad if I took down the tree like really close to the village, or should I wander out a little ways? I think I'm gonna come over here. Not what I meant to click. Yeah, I'm just going to assume this isn't going to fall on the house. All right, don't fall on the house, please. Don't fall on the house, please. There we go. And then if I just, boop. No, that didn't do it. Boop. There we go. I'm learning. I'm learning. Boom. Boom. There we go. We're getting logs. We're getting logs. We're just gonna carry that log. Well, we got planks, is what I meant to say, but you know, don't worry about it. Howdy. I have the materials for the bell tower. Let me see. These planks look a bit rough, but I guess you can't do much better with primitive tools. There we go. Bell towers built using the unique bell towers built using the unique alarm bell item are very important structures. A radius around them designates your village. Build bell towers away from bandits and neutral villages. Close to any resource. No, away from bandits and neutral villages, but close to any resource motherloads. Okay, okay. We're figuring this out. There's a lot to keep in mind here. We gotta learn more. You can also use that structure to fast travel between towers you have built or encountered. Most importantly, you can use it to progress the game by ending the current season and starting a new one. You can build your first village anywhere you want. Decide to settle in the ruins of Sosogi and stay close to help its denizens. I cannot read. Like I said, I am so sorry that you guys have to put up with me attempting to read. This is what you don't see in my YouTube videos, is the number of times it takes me to read a single sentence. I just cut all that out. But now we're live streaming and we all get to see it, and it's a nightmare. I am so sorry. And don't worry if you don't find the perfect location on your first try. When you progress the story, increase your Dynasty legend level, and ask the local abbot for permission, you will eventually get more bells, an opportunity to build more villages. All right. All right, so now I gotta build a bell tower. I assume I'm gonna need my hammer for that. Does this look like a good bell tower spot? I don't know if it's really central to the village. Where's a good bell tower spot? Where do people build bell towers? Does this look like a bell tower kind of spot? Kind of think it does. We're gonna knock this down, and then hopefully we can get away with. Huh? Streamlabs, what are you doing? You look frozen. Is everything okay? The little volume thing is not moving. Can you guys hear me? I hope you can hear me. It's currently just frozen, as if the sound is stuck. Hang on a second. Okay, I can still hear myself. We're all good. Everything's okay. But yeah, this is not coming down. Like, at all. So we are going to ignore it, and we're gonna build something else. Oh, demolish. Can I demolish? Guess not. Okay. Basic structures. How is a wooden torch a structure? No, village structures. Training pells? Nope. Farming wells. Trade village. Structure. Where's a bell tower? Oh, bell towers. There we go. All right. That looks like a good enough spot, right? Let's build this bad boy. Okay. Not enough resources. I need a log. I did myself dirty. And it's starting to get a bit late. We're gonna cut down this smaller tree. Hopefully it doesn't fall on the house. Though, to be honest, the house probably needs to be knocked down anyway. Give me this, give me this, give me this. You know what? Give me those two. Haven't picked up rocks in a little bit. Doesn't hurt to have a few more, right? Alright, so let's wrap this bad boy up. There we go. There we go. Can I just... I think that should ring the bell. I don't know why that doesn't ring the bell. I'm also noticing at the top it actually shows me where I'm supposed to be going. Like straight west, there's the little marker. So like these are just other people, but where I'm trying to go is to this guy. The little marker up there, which is also up on the compass. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying that. The tower has been rebuilt. It's time to build a house. Dog! I'm just trying to... Okay, fine. After all that time I spent escaping, after seeing my old house burned down by the Lord's warriors, I wonder what it must feel like. Your house burned. I can relate. Really? The whole village is gone. Building anew is more important than clinging to the old. If you need some material, feel free to take apart the ruins here. Dog, I already have. Now, as for Akko, who's just kind of chilling over there, it's getting a bit late. Should I go check on her? Let's go check on Akko. Let's make sure she's okay. It's probably the nice thing to do. You know, I worry about the homies. Like this guy, he's got a full camp set up. He'll be okay. Akko's trusting me to build a little tent, and I'll be honest, I don't think that's a tent. That's barely a lean-to structure to, you know, keep her warm. So we're gonna go say hello. Make sure she's alive. Girl. Hey, wake up. Feeling better? Much better. I see you've been busy building and meeting the locals. I'm doing what I can. Soon we'll have a thriving village here. Not that soon, probably, but I'm starting to believe this idea of yours. Okay, she looks like she's chilling. We're gonna take a nap. We will build again in the morning. I assume it's just early morning. Oh. Don't worry about it. I had to check. Sue me. I had to do it. You know, you know everyone else has done it. Why would I not be allowed to? I also really need to eat some food. Hang on. You eat. That did a little bit. We're gonna eat that as well. Alright. Was there shredded cheese in there? There was not, James. I am sorry. But how are you? Welcome in. We're checking out this new game here. Standing on fences, you know, typical things you do when... Oh. That might have hurt. But yeah, typical things you do when games first come out. We currently need to... Oh. Picked a heck of a time to hop into stream. You know, sometimes the cards are in your favor, sometimes they're not, and you end up with really weird moments like that. That's part of the joys of hopping into stream. But yeah, we're currently tearing down a village to rebuild the village, because the burnt building, unsurprisingly, is not good enough to live in. So, but how are you today, James? What are you up to? Well, I tear down a bunch of houses. I don't even know what I need for a small house. Suppose I should check. Open menu. Village structures. Buildings. Production. Housing buildings. Small house, large house, standard house, small house. Buildings are the backbone of the village, serving as houses, workplaces, or storage places. Their construction process is divided into stages. Each stage must be completed before the next one. You can also modify certain building parts at any time, changing their type of material. Note that most buildings require you to furnish them before the construction is complete. Interesting. Also, I'm not sure if you guys can hear, but my my graphics card is going a bit ham right now. This game is kind of taxing on it, I guess. Is this a zombie game? It is not a zombie game. So, this game is wood foundation. Okay, let me build. Not enough resources. What do I need for it? It doesn't tell me what I need. Is it logs? Oh, no, now it doesn't let me. So essentially what happened is I and my friend Akko, who's kind of over there, right where I did the little nap, if you happen to see that. We were escaping our own village. Oh, it says any 6 logs. Okay. So we were escaping our own village as it was getting pillaged and burned down. And then our boat ended up wrecking and crashing kind of over here. And we are the only survivors. And now we need to rebuild ourselves as well as build up a city. It's like a little survival sim. There's no zombies though. But yeah, you're doing... Oh! That's weird. It just kind of popped apart like that. Bit strange. So I got 4 logs from that. Okay, well, I collected a stick from there. Okay. But yeah, you are eating some canned chili mixed together with rice. That sounds pretty good. I had half a can of Pringles as my dinner. Sounds like a fun game. I do like survival games. Yeah. I don't have enough rocks. I need a rock. I initially was kind of skeptical to check this game out because it was like, I had heard nothing of it other than I happened to stumble across it like on Steam at one point, and I added it to my wish list, but I'd never actually looked into what exactly the game was. I just kind of carelessly threw it in my wish list and said I can figure it out eventually. And well, the game released today, and I'm figuring it out now. You go there. Quit. Thank you. Okay. So far, it hasn't been bad. I mean, I'm not even an hour into this game, but it seems like there's some good potential. They're talking about like building different villages and everything, and like this is the whole map right here. The fact that it says player village 1 is kind of annoying. If I can rename the village, that'd be nice. Like, this is the whole map. This is where I landed. This is where Akko is. And then we're right here. So, like, there's quite a bit of land here. As well as, like, way down here. I don't know if this will eventually kind of open up or if that's just kind of the size of it. But it seems like there's lots to do, so should be pretty exciting to work our way through. Mining deposits with a pickaxe. In Nada Valley, there are many mining deposits that contain stone, iron ore, clay, or ice. The bigger the deposit, the better quality pickaxe. You'll need to mine it. After hitting a deposit a couple times, you will completely destroy it. Note that iron ore deposits are pretty rare, but there's a chance to find them in caves. Ice deposits are available only during winter. So then what are you? Small stone deposit. Okay. That's what triggered it to pop up. Alright, well, we got quite a bit of inventory space being used right now, so I think we're gonna go and continue our building here. There we go. We got a floor. What does it need next? 7 planks. I got 7 planks. Excellent. What do you need now? Planks and sticks? I got planks and sticks. Oh, I gotta build each independent wall. Okay. I actually really like this. It doesn't just plop the structure down. You gotta like... You gotta actually build. I'm quite enjoying this. What? There we go. Okay. Build the walls of your house. I'm working on that. Am I gonna have enough? I'm out of planks. Luckily, I got some logs I can break down. Okay. So if I just kind of... There we go. See, 16 sticks. Let's build a door. Very nice. There we go. We got that. Don't mind the phasing through the wall. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. Your wood hammer was destroyed. Man. Now I gotta make a new wooden hammer? Okay. We're back in business. Build a roof. I need 4 stone, 6 sticks, 2 logs, and 8 planks. I don't have enough of anything. So we're gonna have to go pick up a bunch of stuff. Wait, can I get sticks from you? I'm just gonna get sticks from the stumps. It'll help clean the area up too. Hello? Oh, it's because my stamina ran out. I see what was happening. Okay, how many sticks do I have? 11 sticks. Okay, that might be enough sticks, but I still need logs and planks and that rock to move. So let's cut this down. Oh, I see 2 more stumps over there I forgot about. I enjoy the physics in this game. It's like realistic, but it's not like over the top. And the fact that the trees actually like fall over, even if the sticks don't do the whole like stick gravity thing that you would normally expect with like an IRL tree, I think it's pretty good. I don't have rocks. I need rocks. Why are rocks my limiting factor? Yep, give me that. That looks like a rock I can have. So does that one. So does that one. I wonder what will happen if a tree falls in houses. I don't know. I've yet to have it happen. And I'm kind of worried for what will happen. Which is why I've been a bit skeptical of cutting down trees too close to a house. But I've been okay so far. Alright, we got a new wood axe. We got to equip it. If there was like an auto-equip feature, that'd be useful. Alright. We'll clean these up real fast. Don't want to be leaving stumps around. Oh, I gotta wait. Thank you for following Goblin Tuesday. Welcome in. Hope you're having a grand old time watching me cut down trees and dig up stumps. How are you doing today? Did you come with the Wuna raid, or did you happen to stumble into me a different way? But thank you for the follow again. I also completely forget what I need for this building here. How much of what? Hang on. So I need 8 planks at a minimum, and I have 5 logs, so I can use some of my logs up. You did come from the raid. Welcome in. Wuna should be back soon. She went to walk her dog. Can I just drag that up there? Oh, beautiful. But I hope you're enjoying your day. Welcome in. I am in the process of learning a brand new game that released today. And right now we're trying to build a house. It's basically... Right now it's basically Minecraft, but with one hell of a texture pack. Can I... There we go, now we're building. Almost done. Almost done. Oh, ran out of stamina. I must rest. Back at it. And I need 2 more planks. Well, good thing I have extra. I also got to remember where I equipped what. So that gave me 3 planks. Perfect. I got enough. I got enough. Give me a roof. Build essential furniture. So I need 10 stones, 4 firewood, and 2 planks. There we go. Okay, I need 8 stone, 4 firewood, 1 plank. Why are you in my house? I mean, it's whatever, but why are you in my house? I forget how I don't remember how to make firewood. It told me at one point. I don't remember. All I know is I can swing an axe into a tree, and this one's a really big one, so that's what we're gonna do. Maybe it's an axe on a log gives firewood? I don't know. It's a big tree. I'm curious. If I face this direction, is it going to fall this direction? That is the first and foremost thing I need to figure out. The answer is no. Instead, the tree fell kind of northwestish. We're just gonna break that down. See, look at that physics right there. The way everything kind of just collapses. Ooh, it looks so good. So if I axe to get firewood, perfect. So we're gonna turn 2 of these into firewood. And then we're gonna flip over to this bad boy. We're gonna get planks. And then we're gonna get planks. And I see a rock. I want it. 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 Oh, this is bark. It's not even rocks. Can I harvest? I'm not gonna lie, this is starting to feel like a game that I spend way too many hours playing. Someone let me know when it gets to be like 10 o'clock, 10:30. Because I will absolutely forget to go to bed. Because it's always, oh, I just need to do one more thing. Oh, I just need to grab one more thing. Oh, I just need a few more rocks. Let me go collect them. Small stone deposit. So I don't have a pickaxe right now. I could build a pickaxe pretty easily, but like, I'm lazy. I'd rather just pick up these pathway rocks, because they were, you know, in the pathway. And we don't want stones in our pathway at all. All right, let's get out the little hammer boy. Boom, 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 boom. That was only that. I need 10 straw. Okay. Oh, hello, Boulder. How are you? No, I cancel. I want. There we go. There we go. If you leave stones in the path, people will think you live in the. Seriously, why are you knocking over my iPad? And then just flopping off the desk. Did you guys hear him? Just like, he literally just right off the desk. Did not make a single effort to land on his feet. Ugh. He just all out body slammed the ground. And is just laying there, just chilling. Acting like nothing happened. Yeah, are you alive? Do your legs work? Hello? Oh good, you have enough energy to attack me still. You're fine. He's fine. We don't even have to worry about it. He's still attacking my hand. He's fine. So wasn't there something to harvest? I thought there was something to harvest straw. I don't know why I built a knife. I am dumb. Yeah, see, it says harvest by hand or with hammer. That's not in here. Whatever. We're harvesting by hand. But yeah, James, my cat might be broken. He doesn't know how to cat. He's forgotten. Now he's getting attacked by his sister. Which, that's on him. Ooh, there we go. There we go. We're almost done. You see, we're doing some tidying up around my house now. Oh, didn't mean to press that. To see how we like almost have a pathway kind of going around the house. And then we got a nice little yard space over here with berries. Berries. Now the grass right here, not a fan of. Should have thought about this a little better. But why worry about it? I don't have... I didn't actually make straw. Also, if I press the button for the tool... Okay. So if I press the button for the tool I'm currently holding, it puts the tool away. That is good to know. Oh, F, craft more. How many do I want? 14. I was gonna say, are we gonna have to do this for every single straw? No. Okay. I'm vibing with this game. I'm liking this game so far. Alright, we're building a nice little bed. Boom. Look at me. Look at me, everyone. I have a bed. Sorry, Instagram notification popped up. I didn't know if it was important. Alright. I have built the house. Already? That's impressive. Congratulations. Maybe you should expand. Build a foraging station or a wood cutting hut. I can show you how to do it. But overall, time to settle down, eh? He's Canadian. It's an imposter. He's not actually Japanese. He's Canadian. Future cheese when I clip this. Add in the little dun 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 dun. The Among Us sound. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. You're gonna see that one on TikTok. And probably also me talking to my future self on how to edit TikToks, because that's funny too. Long story short, we're making clippable content, and I got a button to clip that, so boom, I just made a clip. I'll have to go back and see if it actually clipped what I wanted it to. There's a good chance it didn't, but at a minimum, it's going to give me the timestamp of when this was. So, either way. All right. Anyway, as I was saying, no, this is just the beginning. I want to build a place for everyone. Everyone? My family, friends, neighbors, everyone from back home. Other wanderers like me. Wait, this might be going too far. The people here are afraid and mistrustful. They will never accept a whole flock of vagrants settling here. I convinced you. Don't you think I can convince them as well? It won't be easy with the others. If I were you, I'd start slow and not scare everyone with that little vision of yours. People have to get to know you first, and the best way to make introductions is to offer help. First person I need to help is Akko. I can finally offer her a place to live. What about the Amish? We're basically Amish. Mostly because this is the, Sengoku period of Japan. It's old times. Like, I don't remember exactly what years it is. It doesn't say in the intro either, but yeah. But do go on. Who should I talk to? I gotta talk to all these people? Oh, autosave created. Good to know the game's actually saving. I can think of 3 people worth talking to. A warrior, a priestess, and an impure. Tell me about the warrior. Ah, Kengyo, the warrior. He's a bit, fancies himself a protector of the people. He puts on an air of a warrior, but he has no lineage to speak of. He's more one of us. Well respected by some, hated by others. It's describing me right now, everyone. That's basically me. Well respected by some, hated by others. Okay, what about the priestess? Kiyome is our Miko, a priestess in charge of our local shrines. She's a gentlewoman, worried that all the kami, the divine spirits, turned away from us. Or actually that we have turned away from them. Also, I'm noticing these words are, in fact, the correct Japanese. I just want to point that out. Talk to her. Maybe you can console her. And what about the impure? Matsumaru is a proud Ada, an impure from Segi. As all the impure, he lives between the earthly world and the divine realm. He does things that are spiritually polluted, like burying the dead or disposing of animal carcasses. Only those living close to the spirits can do these things, and I think he's carrying an especially big burden right now. Talk to him. Maybe you'll be able to take some weight off his shoulders. Interesting. Alright, village recruitment now. You will not be alone in your efforts to rebuild Nada Valley. To recruit any refugee, you need to ask them if they are willing to join you. Your friend Akko is no exception. If they agree, you need to prepare a spare bed for them. Next, open the Dynasty Management menu. Go to the Population tab and look for the people with the Refugee tag. Assigning them beds will make them villagers and your new responsibility. To find more refugees and bells to build more villages, continue the main story until you meet a local abbot. Basic at first, more advanced later, you are expected to satisfy your villagers' needs. Each season, your people will demand food, beverages, and other goods. Place proper items inside Dynasty storage containers and expect them to be consumed on season change. Fail to satisfy their needs, and your villagers' happiness will decrease. Low happiness means lower production efficiency, and a chance to leave you forever. Toggling needs to high consumption will increase happiness if properly satisfied. Fortunately, your villagers are not only about demands, they are also an effective workforce. Use them to grow or produce enough items to satisfy their needs. To work, a villager needs to have a bed assigned. Next, open the Population tab and assign a workplace to a person, or open the Job tab and assign a person to a workplace. Then set the production recipe and the amount in the workplace pop-up. Just like with needs, the production happens on season change. You can even assign a job to yourself. Okay, so some of that we already knew. But that is going to be some stuff to remember, though. So step 1, we got to go get our girlfriend. Do you think my girlfriend has food? Because I'm kind of starving myself out here. Also, why does his head stay like so still when he's sprinting? But when he walks, look at the head bob when he's like kind of just trotting around. But look at his head when I'm sprinting. It's just dialed in. Whatever. Hello. It's you. It's me. I carry good news. The village is reborn. Come join me. You're unbelievable. That makes me so happy. Just tell me where my house is and I'll get to work. Perfect. He is part metal arc. I don't know how you spell the bird name. Like a chicken? I know chickens do it. The head stabilization thing. You know what I'm talking about? Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, chickens do it. No, not that. Not that. Not that. Cancel. Put this away. Cook. Cooked egg. I don't have an egg. I don't have fish. I don't have meat. I don't have gobo. Yeah, metal arcs are smaller and faster while doing it. Okay. Well, I only know so much. But I know chickens were studied at one point. Because they were trying to... Does the water not get deeper? How am I supposed to find fish? Where are the fish? Don't tell me I have to live off of berries. I'm gonna have to live off of berries. That did so much. Alright, well. I need to go assign a bed to, Akko. I feel like this could very quickly start to drag itself on if I need to like go and build like a bunch of houses. So I think the first real step is going to be to knock down all of the burnt up houses, which I knocked down some of them, but there's still a bunch more. So, like, look at all those. Secure, what are my thoughts so far? I'm actually enjoying it. This seems like a game that I'm going to absolutely get lost in. I've already asked my chat to let me know when it gets to the 10 o'clock Eastern, or 10 o'clock Central Time, so 11 o'clock Eastern, because I do need to go to bed. I have work in the morning, but I'm enjoying it. Is it... I assume this is your first day seeing the game as well. Have you played Sengoku Dynasty at all? Or are you just a viewer and watcher of the game and you're seeing who else is watching? I'm just trying to get food for now. I'm trying to not go hungry. There we go. We're almost full. So now that just says sleep. So if I go to Dynasty, population. I'm from New Zealand and games are expensive and sick of being sold stuff by developers that are trash or unfinished feeling. Yeah, I was a little worried because obviously this game just came out today and it's technically an early access game. And when I was looking at like Steam reviews before I played, I was trying to like get an idea of, do I think this is going to be a game I enjoy? And I was always nervous, or I'm always nervous to buy new games. But between the fact that it's on sale for its release, I have not seen any of the bugs or glitches or problems that other people have reported. And the premise of the game is actually kind of fun. I think it's not bad. I'd check with what your PC is capable of, because I have a pretty beefy PC. And I can tell my graphics card is not happy right now. It's not the happiest, I should say. Sammy, why are you gifting subs? That you literally gifted a sub before you had ever sent a chat in this stream. Also, welcome in, Sammy. How are you today? Thank you for the gifted sub. Secure, enjoy your new subscription to me. You get some cool emotes, and thank you for the follow as well. But yeah, no, I think the game's actually not bad at all. I need to, you know, obviously figure some things out. I don't know everything. Can I... Small house. Bed. Did that assign the bed? I think that assigned a bed. I think I did it. And Sammy, you had the day off? That's excellent to hear. I wish I had the day off. Not because I don't like my job. Honestly, I kind of enjoy my job. The problem is, I am not used to this sleep schedule. So, it's kind of a hassle. Also, what's this? Unemployed, okay. I also don't have a bed, but you know, it's fine. I gave my girlfriend a bed. That's gotta count, right? But yeah. Yeah, I got a bunch of houses I need to knock down, but I'm gonna focus on trying to progress the game a bit. Use her as the bed. I don't know why me and Akko can't share a bed, if I'm being honest. Ah, yes, sleep schedules can be interesting. Yeah, Sammy, I was literally running a nocturnal sleep schedule when I was unemployed. And then I had to, like, complete 180 my sleep schedule. Like, I was going to bed between, like, 7 to 10 o'clock in the morning and then waking up at, like, 3 to 5 p.m. Those are the hours I need to be at work now. And it's only kind of working. Bandit, you're not who I need. Jump. Oh, there's someone I need. But it's okay. We're getting the sleep schedule sorted. We're getting used to... What's over there, a gallows? Are you not the priestess? I'm confused. This is why I work closing shift. It allows for my current sleep schedule. Yeah. I mean, as much as I enjoy being, you know, awake later at night, I could not convince myself to work second shift or third shift or something like that. And because I'm in an engineering role, I can't really play around too much with what time I work. So first shift it is. I just end up really grumpy in the mornings, and then I get to enjoy my actual awake hours doing stuff like this and streaming new games and checking them out, giving people recommendations for games, editing silly TikToks and posting motorcycle content and stuff like that. And then I sleep eventually. It sometimes happens eventually, you know? We won't worry about it too much. But am I going to play Starfield? I've actually been asked by several people within the past week if I was going to play Starfield. I don't know. I know it's a Bethesda game, in which case, do not pre-order. And I'm, as much as I want to play, because like I do enjoy the space games, I do enjoy the adventure games and stuff like that. I don't know if I want to shell out AAA studio money for a game. Like, it looks like it's going to be good, but I feel like I might intentionally wait maybe a year or two and maybe try to pick it up on sale rather than get it right away. So, I don't know. Also, is there an official release on Starfield? I assume so. I haven't been following it too close. So, I don't actually know when the game releases. I know it's supposed to be soon. Is it before the end of the year? Either way. And then Secure, you said fair enough. I know it looks so good, but I have a feel it'll be a Cyberpunk release. Yeah. That's my exact worry. Because I know the last Bethesda game I bought when it was new was Fallout 76. It was several months old, and I got it like Black Friday deal, plus a coupon, plus Best Buy rewards. So I ended up paying like $10 for the game. And it was like, I want to say the game had been out for like 3 months. I played it for maybe 15 minutes, and then I haven't touched it since. I've since played other Bethesda games, but they've all been out for a while. According to Steam, its release date is 6th of September. Oh, so we're like 3 weeks away. Maybe I pick it up if it goes on sale in like spring, or if there's like a Black Friday sale. I don't know. We'll have to see. Yeah, it's very, very close in Payday 3. I know that game's coming out. A lot of the games I am paying attention to and watching for are smaller indie games like this one. Like, I know this game is... It's apparently much bigger than I thought it was going to be, because I didn't hear anything about this game other than I happened to find it as like a release is coming soon on Steam. And I very lazily looked into it and was like, oh, this seems like it might be something. So I went ahead and tried, and turns out I'm enjoying it. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes into playing. I keep getting distracted talking to everyone else, but so far I'm enjoying this game. It actually has surprised me. Also, I'm so sorry to some of you guys. You're stuck watching ads right now. I forgot to warn you. I saw the little timer countdown going, and it completely slipped my mind. To those who are subscribed, well, thanks for hanging out. The others will be back in about 25 seconds. And then we're going to see if Sammy bothers to give herself a sub. In the meantime, I'll click through some dialogue. Okay, with the price of freedom, Enjiro, who led the first Iki... Is that Japanese? I feel like that's just a weird spelling of it. I don't know. The alliance against the Shibayama Dono died here. I saw it with my own eyes. I'll never forget. Was Enjiro a bandit? No, he used his head before he drew his sword. He knew how to talk to people. Okay. Robbing innocent merchants, blocking trade routes, and looting warehouses surely wasn't part of his legacy. Okay. You don't seem like the person I'm supposed to be talking to. But now I'm in this conversation. I need to know more. And now he lies under a stone in the bandit camp in the seaside cliffs. Shameful. So did the rebellion work? Also, Kira, this is like the one thing about the game I don't like so far. There's no voice. Like, there's no voices for any of the characters. You're stuck reading. It'd be nice if I could listen to voices. But other than that, I really don't have much bad things to say about this game so far. Alright, I'm not sure. We have a new set of problems now. See that man there, Kojiro? He's one of the bandits who set up camp further along the coast. They want to claim Enjiro's legacy, and I'm afraid they may have bigger plans. Okay, so what was his legacy? They got so used to fighting, that's the only thing they know. Okay. And what did he fight for? For community. He fought with the power of friendship. Oh, how amazing. He wanted people to work together, despite our differences. But instead, everyone's pulling their own strings and the valley falls into disrepair. Not what you expected from the legendary peasant kingdom, eh? I'm sorry. One thing's for sure, we could really use someone like Enjiro right now. Bro's just like, okay, cool. Talk to you later. Thanks for telling me about how you're worried about the future. Peace. And now I need a bed. So I'm gonna we're stealing Akko's bed. The flow of seasons is an important part of life in Nada Valley. Villager production, needs, and happiness and special project construction all rely on it. As a leader, you have some influence when that happens. Each season has a minimum number of days, 2 by default, that need to pass. They already did for this season, so you can change it to the next one by interacting with your bell tower. If you don't do it for the next few days, the season will change automatically at the end of the last day, 5 by default. Look at that, Akko's chilling in her own bed. Okay. So I know we're in the spring season. So now do I gotta... I'm confused on where the other people are around here. Hello? So that's the bell tower I made. That right there is the house I made. This is just a burned down house. I was hoping I'd find people. I was told to talk to people. How am I supposed to help the villagers if I can't find the villagers? Where are the villagers? Has anyone seen a villager? I'm confused on where villagers are. I think we might have to big bad wolf this situation to find the villagers. Come out, wherever you are, villagers! Oh, I broke my axe. And now I don't have enough stone. Hold on, I gotta find a rock. I have to find a smaller rock. Let me get out my torch. Sun hasn't quite crested, wherever it is. I think it's coming from that direction. Where are all the little rocks? We'll head down by the water bank. There's probably rocks down there, right? Look at those rocks. Look at that rock. Ooh, that's a good rock. Ooh, look at that rock. I enjoy a good rock. Here I am collecting rocks again and not advancing the storyline. This is a habit. This is a habit of mine, I guess. I'm just out here bouncing around, picking up rocks. At least the game rocks, right? 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 Someone please laugh at my joke. The focus seems a bit strange, but you know, okay. We'll live with it. We'll live with it. Thank you, Secure. Also, is that how you want your name to be said? How you say your name? I just kind of guessed. Is it like CE Cure or C Cure or just Cure? Or you got a different name? Like, what would you prefer? I am a flexible person. I can go with whatever. Whatever's easier. Okay. The game is pretty good, but you might be getting stoned. Honestly, seems to be. Who are you? I don't know who you are. Are you a villager I'm supposed to help? I don't know. All I know is I'm taking your barrel. You don't get a barrel anymore. Okay, I'll try talking to you though. It's Mata. Do you live here? Ah, you must be another unfortunate soul from the shipwreck. Yes, this used to be my field. No crops this year. I'm easy peasy. Yeah, I get called a lot of names as well. Like I typically introduce myself as like, my name is Ban Shredded Cheese. You can feel free to call me Cheese. And then I still get people calling me various weird combinations, because obviously there's 3 like words in my name. People will just pick a random one and be like, that's gonna be your name from now on. And I get it. I understand it. Their first name is Whatsa. Yeah, and like James is pretty easy to figure out what his name is, despite the entire first part of the username. Doesn't trick me. Doesn't trick me. I see right through it. So, anyways, was a matter. Ah, that's what you're getting at. That's okay, James. Okay. Okay. I'm mad I didn't catch on to what you were doing. But that was a good one. That was a good one. I'll give you credit there, James. All right. Well, at first I thought nothing would grow here again, but I keep returning, and now look, it's all green. Yeah, it's all grass and weeds. You're mistaken. These are gobo roots, wine berries. They will feed and heal you. You just have to notice them, as I did. I have been picking berries. You opened the floodgate with the first rock joke. I did. That's on me. That's very much on me. This village looks dead. Well, remember the journey the primordial god Izangi took to Yomi, the land of the dead? No, I don't remember. He went there to rescue his sister and spouse, Izanami. But death had already changed her. She became a monster. So, Izangi realized he couldn't bring back the past. He blocked the entrance to Yomi with a huge boulder and bathed in a river to remove the taint of death. A new beginning. Yes, he gave birth to I was not expecting to see that word. If you've watched Naruto, you know what this is. This is one of the powers that Itachi and Sasuke have. Amaterasu, the sun goddess, and Tsukiyomi, which there's the other one. These are the two like names of the powers. Yeah, the sun goddess, the moon, and the storm. That in hindsight, I probably should have realized where this was going, because you got Amaterasu, Tsukiyomi, and Susanoo. Susanoo? That makes sense. I never knew what they meant, but turns out it's the sun goddess, the moon, and the storm. I know Suki is like moon, or like the shortened version of moon. How did I not? Okay, we're getting distracted by Japanese words. I'm sorry. The old village is no more, but maybe something new will be born here. I think I heard you talking to someone. What? Not who? Mushrooms. She's talking to the mushrooms. Alright, sure, talk to the mushrooms. That's fine. Why wouldn't I? Before you came along, I didn't have much company here, and I like to talk, I'm noticing. I'm gathering them for dinner. I'm about to eat them. I owe them at least some pleasant conversation. Do they talk back? Maybe after she eats them, they start talking back to her, Sammy. That's kind of what I'm assuming here. Maybe, just maybe, I'll sell some to the lady at the tavern. It's uphill behind the hunting camp. And again, I'm just like, cool, peace, I'm leaving. Okay, so am I like completely missing the where I'm supposed to be doing villagers thing? No. Maybe? I don't know. But there's definitely not people here other than this bandit guy. Who's Kojiro? Is that the gallows behind you? Yes, of course. Did you come to pay your respects? Not sure. Who was hanged here? Ah, you must be a visitor from far away. Welcome. This is the exact place where the famous Enjiro drew his last breath by the orders of the accursed Shibayama. And Enjiro was famous for? He was the bravest man in Japan. Look at that. We know who the bravest man in Japan was. He inspired in Iki an alliance that revolted against Shibayama and liberated the province under his yoke. And who's Shibayama? He used to be a Shugodai. He administered these lands for the Lord. But then the war between clans broke out. He took advantage of the turmoil and grabbed the power for himself. Okay. What's so bad about that? Man's just taking advantage of a situation. He saw an opportunity, he capitalized. I don't know what's wrong with that. Well, we supported him at first, hoping he'd be better for us than our pitiful excuse for a lord. But he was not. He taxed us to death. Ah, nope, I no longer like this guy. You don't go taxing people. We don't pay taxes. We're in a feudal system. We don't pay taxes. We just hit things with rocks. Come on. And what about the rebellion? What was that like? Courageous Enjiro called on us to unite in Iki, and we went to the Shugodono's mansion to demand abolish of debt. But the wretched Shibayama Dono got red in the face. But the wretched Shibayama Dono got red in the face, and smoke went out of his ears. He sent out samurai to dispel us. We fought hard, but eventually got overpowered. We fought hard, but eventually got overpowered. So it did not succeed. Not at first. There we go. Okay. Virtuous Enjiro was hanged, and Sosogi was burned to the ground. That would be where we currently are. I would describe it as burned to the ground. Crooked Shibayama hoped this would be the end of it, but it only made us angrier. Not long afterwards, why are there so many funky words? Like, come on. I've already complained about having to read all of this, like, several times. The mean Shibayama sent out his troops to fight a clan war. We used the opportunity and soon we danced over his bloody... Oh, wow, that took a turn. He went 0 to 100 real fast. Okay. Well, Sammy, you enjoy chaos. You might get along with this Enjiro guy. He seems to just go ham. Yeah. Are you seeing this? He committed seppuku in his own mansion while it was already burning. You can see the remains of his mansion if you travel further into the valley. And if you want to taste real freedom, come to our camp on the seaside cliffs. What's the camp called? Enjiro Mura. Of course. Let's finish this later. I gotta go. Bro just pieces out. Also, can I point out that in an effort to not have to show the face, he tends to look away. But like you gotta get it really well lined up, going straight behind you for him to not look away. But this, if you start coming this way, he just snaps his head. Would I have so many questions? So many questions about what? About this guy and his story? Have I talked to you? Yes, I have. So, from what I've learned, is there was a... Here, let me open up the map. So there was a guy who ruled over this entire area. That was Shibayama. And he was kind of like the man who kept the peace between the various clans in the area and kept them as a unified group. However, he was greedy and was taxing everyone to death and taking food and everything, essentially just like corrupt leadership. So this Enjiro guy, who he was talking about, created a rebellion to overthrow the corrupt government, and did so, beating out samurai with a bunch of like farmers. So that's chaos. Like their entire village burned to the ground, but they didn't care because they were throwing a rebellion. Because this is what's left of their village. Well, what I haven't knocked down myself, but you know, So there's your little catch up. Oh, it's Akko. Girl, why do you not have... Girl, you need shoes, especially in the rain like this. Your feet are going to be so muddy. Also, these trees look stunning. She is on a mission. She is. She's dialed in. Look at her. She is a woman with a purpose. Interesting. I like this village. Apparently we showed up too late. Had we been here, you know, a couple days prior, we would have seen the entire village burning. Like, I built that house right there. The rest of this is the original village, and it's seen better days. It's seen much better days. Oh, here's the priestess. I needed to talk to the priestess. It's Chiyome. What do you do here? I am the Shrine Priestess. I worship Inari, the goddess of prosperity and bountiful harvest. I was shipwrecked near here. Some of us survived. 2 people. Me and Maya, apparently. I have no clue what the actual relationship to Akko is, but I've just been calling her my girlfriend. I think it's fair. You know, we slept in the same house that I built, because I only built 1 bed. I don't know how to build a 2nd bed. So it was kind of one of those like romance movie fanfic kind of, oh no, there's only 1 bed, what do we do kind of situations. But yeah, that's the 2 people who survived. We were hoping for a new life in the peasant kingdom, but it seems things are more difficult than we expected. Yes, we are going through hard times. The more reason to pray to the goddess. What about other villages? Like, can I like dip? There's Segi, the forester's village. They can be a bit wild. But they do provide wood for the whole valley. If you want to learn some hunting or woodworking, Segi is the place to go. Aratani is a farming community. They are wary of strangers, but if you convince them, you can learn a lot about the cultivating of the land. Iwasaki is where the mines are and the ironworks. The working conditions are hard, but it's definitely the place to go to visit. Nothing happens in the valley without the consent of Jorinji Temple. If you want to develop your village, you have to talk to them. That's good to know. Finally, there's Enjiro. It can be dangerous, you see. This is where the valley's bandits have their headquarters. And then she just stops talking to me? Okay. Can I just look in here? Can I pray to the shrine? No? Okay. Okay, I can't pick any of that up either. Also, why do I still have a tool out? Put all that away. Simple vegetable meal. Do you think the priestess is gonna get mad if I just kind of munch on her food? It looks like I'm okay. So I wish you could change the zoom. Because like when you're inside and you end up like up in the, you know, ceiling, it's kind of a hassle. So what's in here? Eggs. Why is E take and E is also take all? Is it hold? Yes, there we go. I figured it out. Okay. But see, this is what I'm talking about. Can I adjust the zoom? All right, priestess, are you mad at me? Why can't I just walk up and be like, I'm so tired? I mean, fair, but that's how I start conversations too. I don't know why I'm acting like that's a bad... It's bang on exactly how I would talk. You look tired and a bit dirty, if I'm honest. May I suggest a visit to the hot springs? Are we having a hot springs episode? We might be having a hot springs episode, everyone. Go through Kengyo's camp and follow the road away from the river. Kane will fix you up. Not Kanye, Kane. Not Kane, because you gotta remember it's a Japanese name, in which case it's Kane. See, I know a little bit. Also, I'm supposed to help you out. Or pull a hammer. Let's... We're not trying to... We do not need to bonk the priest. I've heard you need assistance. The shrine is empty. No one visits it anymore. With the famine, people feel the goddess Inari has left them. Inari sends foxes to protect the crops. But what can foxes do when humans burn the fields? I can make an offering to the goddess. Perhaps others will follow. Find an egg, cook it over a campfire. Times are tough, so this will do for now. Where can I find one? I think I saw a crow's nest right on top of these rocks you passed on your way from Sasogi. Okay. So if I go here to quests... The Tranquil Tribute? Right. There we go. Okay. Now I need a campfire. Does this count as a campfire? No. Alright. Back towards the village. Also, do the eggs I have count? Because that just says a bird's egg. I assume it counts. It's marked off on the quest. So I'm going to assume it counts. I feel like it does. Oh. I ran out of stamina. I don't think this counts as a fire. I don't think this... It does. Cook. Egg. Yeah, we're gonna cook 8 eggs. One at a time. And now we still have 8 eggs just straight chilling in our inventory. Hopefully we don't drop them. There we go. Back to the priestess, sorry. But yeah, those eggs kind of came in clutch. I was kind of starting to starve myself there. These trees are so pretty, though. I enjoy this so much. You need an umbrella, ma'am. I'm sorry, but you really need an umbrella. So now can I... Ma'am, is this not the shrine? I see you brought the egg. You may proceed with the offering in the shrine. Where do I look for it? Follow the road away from the village. Once you're at a broken bridge, turn left. You will see the torii gates in the distance. That will lead you to the shrine. So away from the village, broken bridge, left. Okay. So away from the village. Is that a broken bridge? Is this bridge broken? It kind of looks broken to me. Do you guys see torii gates? I'm assuming it's kind of this way because this kind of looks like a pathway. Also, to those who are not subscribed, you're about to get hit with the ads again. It's only going to be 1:30. We'll be right back. I'm just going to find the shrine. I can wait if I find it fast enough so that we can all do this together. But it currently looks like I'm just getting myself lost. So it might be a hot minute before I find this shrine. So everyone hang tight. If you get stuck with the ads, I'm sorry. They're purely so that we do not have to watch ads when you first click on the stream. So hopefully you guys understand. I believe the ad's just starting right about now. We're currently just running up this river because I see the little marker saying 77 this direction. We're going Skyrim logic of straight line it. Did I look at the map for where I'm supposed to be going? Absolutely not. Did I think about the practical application of trying to understand my directions more than listening to a very rough description of where I'm going? Absolutely not. Did I instead decide to just spot a place marker and run up on this place from behind? You know it. Ooh. Ah. There we go. See, there's a torii gate. And a fox. Inari is here. At least her fox is. We'll run over to the beginning of the shrine. Alright. Here we are. We did it. And now the ad viewers should be coming back about any second. Is that a little fox house? Oh, that is so cute. Where'd the fox go? Fox, what do you say? Is this a good house? It might... I don't know where the fox went. But we're just about at the shrine. Ads are done for me. Ooh, a fox. Yeah, there was a fox that was running around up here. Also, welcome back, Sammy. Sorry I got hit with the ads. Apparently you decided to give a subscription to someone else before yourself. Which is honestly very on brand for you. But yeah, see the little house? And then there was a fox that was running around? And apparently Inari sends foxes to, like, protect the crops. So it makes sense. It makes sense. It adds up. What are these flowers? I can't pick them, darn it. Look at this little shrine here. Look. This is so cute. I'm not gonna chop down the bamboo right here. That is... Kami shrines and blessings. Spirituality is a big part of life in Nada Valley. Follow Torii gates to find Shinto shrines of various kamis. They provide a temporary boost for you called a blessing. Blessings require an offering, an item related to the specific kami. Place your offering at the shrine altar, and in exchange, you will gain some way of the monkey experience points, and for 5 minutes you can enjoy an increased spirit speed. For example, the more shrines of the same kami you discover, the more effective the blessings will become. Interesting. I do enjoy this area. Like, this was a $25 game, and it looks like this. I also have no clue what my graphic settings are. Here, we can pull this up. So I got 1920 by 1080. That's pretty basic. Unlimited FPS, which hopefully isn't ruining stuff for you guys. The stream is capped at 60. So it should be okay. Textures, epic. Foliage, epic. Video effects, epic. Shadow qualities, epic. So yeah, we are running maxed settings, but it doesn't feel too hot coming out of the PC. We're probably okay. Interact. I'm sure if I had the game music on, that would have been a lot cooler. But that was interesting. We unlocked the shrine. It gave us a little thing, and there was a little cart. And now if we interact with the shrine... Cool. Does it show on... It doesn't. Kami shrines discovered. Inari, which is what this must be. Sprinting speed increased by 10%. We'll have to try that out here. Ready? Are we ready for zoomies? Oh, we're zooming now. Oh, we're zooming now. His head is still kind of strangely stationary for someone like going full sprint, but you know, I'll take it. We got the zoomies going now. Am I even heading the correct direction? Maybe. I don't know. Let's actually look at the map this time. The answer is no. Because I'm up here. Or no, did I go this way and then hook back? Hang on. According to this map, I need to be looking south. But yeah, that's the direction I'm looking. So we're gonna follow along this little pathway here. And hopefully not get mortared. Okay, so where am I now? Yeah, I'm like very much the wrong direction. All right, back to the Skyrim technique. There's gonna be a man running through the forest, but 10% faster. Oh, here's a little pathway. Is this the pathway I'm supposed to be using? Maybe. I don't know. Look, I think it's well established. I just kind of blindly run around in games like this. I just have a vague idea of what I'm supposed to be doing, and then I try to do that, but also at the same time, like, why plan ahead? Oh, this is absolutely where I was before, except I went the wrong direction. So I wasn't supposed to go this way. Apparently, where this little pathway splits, I was supposed to go the other way. Like, you see how this kind of just goes to the rocks here? Doesn't count. But where this pathway here goes this way. Hang on, let me figure out exactly where this went wrong. I cannot zoom in. Okay, well, see how it kind of splits here? This is where the bridge was, and then we go this way, and then you make a left. I instead went this way, doubted myself, and went up the mountain and over. So, I don't know. If anything, I took a shortcut. I don't think that's that bad of a deal, right? Hello, priestess. The offering has been made. Inari is pleased. You have your blessing and my respect. It's just a trifle, just a cooked egg, but you did something the locals have forgotten about. It is not them, but an outsider who got blessed by her, and now I follow her judgment. I am doing horrible at oh, hello. I'm doing horrible at reading. All right. Now we got to do the impure man. And it looks like the sun's starting to set. You don't really get a good time of day. Calendar, clock, whatever. I know if you open this and you go to Dynasty. No, it's not Dynasty. Legend? No. Character? No. Map. There it is. Day 3 of 5. Evening. That's all it took. Oh, the blessing wore off. That's what just happened. And now we just got a weird little double icon. It's a small bug. It's fine. It's not affecting the gameplay any. Alright. Do we do a little snooze for the night? Or do we just go straight to the next person? Because I'm kind of thinking I just run over here. At least see what they want. While we wait for the sun to set. And then we can do the quest in the morning. Alright. To the impure. What is your profession? I preserve the sanctity of the valley and keep spiritual pollution at bay. Burials, animal carcasses, removing large boulders, you name it. A lot of dirty work. Some call my lot impure, and I take pride in it. Toshichi said you might be looking for help. With old Hikobe? Well, you're too late. He's drawing his last breaths in Taro's cabin. He's beyond help. So shouldn't you be inside? No use now, I have to wait. I just have to wait, and when he's ready, I'll drag him out into the sunlight. I came here from Segi to perform this sacred duty. The gods don't like when a man dies at home, so I'm sitting here listening to the sea with one ear with one ear and his groans with the other. And what's Hikobe's story? He refused to leave Sasogi when his house burned down. Taro offered to take him in, and Hikobe's family moved to Aratani. They are running out of food there, but they still keep bringing him rice. Old Hikobe never wanted to be a burden, so he went into the forest to gather some mushrooms. Turns out it was the wrong sort of mushrooms, and look where it got him. He didn't talk to the mushrooms first. He could have talked to the mushrooms first. He did not talk to the mushrooms first. And now he's paying the price. That's a bummer. So what was he thinking? Trying unknown mushrooms. Exactly. Should have talked to them, got to know them, and then ate the mushrooms. Unknown? Not really. He did himself in on purpose. This is the second suicide in the game. What? How do you know? He opened his eyes for a moment, and I swear he was relieved to see me. He knew it meant he was dying. Why would he do that? One less mouth to feed for the family. Food is scarce around here, like I told you. He never wanted to be a burden. So there's really nothing we can do? No. No, but Mata would probably say otherwise. She's the local herbalist. I don't really trust her, so she likes to play with herbs and mushrooms a little bit too much. Is that the woman who was talking to the mushrooms? I assume it is. I want to say it is, but I guess there's no guarantee. You never know what will happen if you drink her concoctions. But some of them can be helpful, I'll give her that. Okay, we can try it. Oh, sometimes it really does. What? It never hurts to try. Sometimes it really does hurt. Okay, I guess. And now it's like nighttime. So we gotta whip this bad boy out. We're gonna go. Never mind, we don't get a torch. We're just gonna run through the dark and hope nothing murders us. And now I'm gonna sleep in this bed. That is definitely not Akko's bed. See, look at that. We shared a bed. Again. Now we gotta wait for the sun to rise. But, Mata's kind of out there wandering around. But I can't see anything because I don't have a torch anymore. How do I make a torch? Stick and straw? I can do that. Torch, go in inventory. Oh, no. It was already pulled out. Okay. What are you doing in my house? What are you doing in my house? A man is dying. I want to help him. What exactly happened to him? He ate some mushrooms. Oh, you mean old Hikobe? Right. There are medicines that might help him, but it could be difficult. You can't make them? Of course I can, but you have to decide which one to choose. How can I choose between medicines? I'm not a healer. One gives a tiny chance of survival, but Hikobe will definitely suffer a lot. There's no guarantee it will be successful. The other will only take away his pain. He will suffer less, he will die. The choice is yours. Do we let the man take himself out by overdosing on mushrooms? Or do we try to save him? Yes to which one, Sammy? What's your vote? Death? We go for death? Anyone objects to death? I'm not seeing anyone else say no. We're gonna go for it. Alright, bring me 10 yellow chrysanthemum flowers. They grow plenty all around. plentiful all around. Okay. Now I gotta go find flowers. In this economy? How do I find the flowers I need? Where are... Well... Sammy, you started this. And I might be taking myself out of this. I just picked up my own mushrooms to try. Also, what time is it? Is it not freaking morning? Sun needs to rise faster. Why are there no death emotes? You mean like a skull emoji? That's in your phone. Small bush, no. Yeah, there is a skull emoji. I know you tend to be the old man kind of thing, but I promise you emojis exist. I'm starting to think these flowers aren't really plentiful. I gotta figure out where these are. I know it's a yellow flower. Like, look how dark it is. Like, that sun really needs to rise up, or I gotta cut down all of these trees to let the sunlight in. This is ridiculous. You know, if the goal was to find a bush, I got it down. Nope, these are not yellow chrysanthemums, I can tell you that much. What are the name of these ones? I forget, they're in Demon Slayer, though. I forgot the name of flowers. Not exactly surprising, but... oh well. I recognize the flowers. I know that those are, in fact, flowers. Because that was what we were wondering about, if they were flowers or not. I'm also still not finding anything that I need. Where? Like, I want to assume this is them, but very clearly they're not, because I can't click on it. But that's also just because I'm kind of desperate. I kind of just want it to, you know, be that. Oh. Rest in peace, Torch. We gotta go stand in the sunlight now. Where are these flowers? Mushrooms. Mushrooms, mushrooms, mushrooms. Mushrooms. See, if my goal was mushrooms, I got it. Like, look at this, 24. But no, I need flowers because we decided to kill him. I'll figure it out. Don't worry. Don't worry. Just don't ask me how I'm gonna figure it out because I have no clue. Unless I just go ask. What are the chances I'm gonna get advice? Let's go try that. We're gonna find out. There she is. There she is. There's a rabbit. I saw a rabbit. Yo. Where are What was I supposed to look for? Chrysanthemum flowers. They grow quite plentiful around. No, they don't. Unless I'm completely missing something. Yeah, none of these are for flowers. So... Where are yellow chrysanthemums? I gotta find them. I gotta find them. I gotta find them. I got half an hour left. And then I gotta wrap up stream so I don't stay up too late. Like I did earlier this week. Like, don't get me wrong, the 4-hour stream, ton of fun. However, kind of backfired when I had to wake up the next morning. We found another shrine, though. What's this one? Oh, there's a bridge. Oh, there's a bridge. How aesthetic. Why is there a rock on the bridge? Man, this game's pretty. Who are you? Okay. Are these yellow chrysanthemums? Yes, they are. We found them. We found them. We just have to steal them from a shrine. Hopefully no god gets upset with us. Food trader? Trade. Villager needs meals. 5. So if I just click on this and then do like a sell, then say I sell 10 of them. Look at that, I got money. Yo, I got money. I'm not poor anymore. Let's go, boys. I'm not poor anymore. What else we got? How many of these do I even have? I hit the wrong button. I hit the wrong button again. Oh, I got 12. That's almost enough. I'm gonna grab 3 more, so I got 15. So I got 5 for myself. All right, let's continue our little journey to the shrine. See what this one's about, and then we can head back. Is this the right way? Yes. Probably. I'm just gonna commit to this lifestyle. We're going this direction. Oh, I was right. There's the shrine. All right, before I interact with this shrine, I am going to real quick jump up in here. We're gonna turn off music, because I want to see if I bump this on. The Jizo Shrine. It was a bit quiet, but no, there was definitely music associated with that. We're gonna flip this back off though, just to play it safe. I got the Jizo blessing. What is that one? What is? What is? Blessing lasts for 5 minutes. Blessing it. Sprinting speed increased by 10%. Why is it always sprinting speed? Alright, well, at least we got the sprinting speed to run back. What a lovely little shrine, though. And now we're just Forrest Gumping it all the way back. Yeah. Yeah. Good old Forrest Gumping. It's also a good thing I grabbed extra flowers. Got a bit lucky there. What else do we need? Oh, there's gonna be one more person that we are supposed to help. Where are you? You were in my house. What were you doing in my house? I have the chrysanthemum flowers. I see. Give me a minute. Almost done. Here, give this medicine to the sick man. This should take away his pain. All right. Time for an untrained person to give a medical anesthetic to a guy who's unaliving himself. Talk. Drink this. Ah, what's this? Something to ease your pain. This feels good. Warm. Thank you. All right. We have allowed the man to kill himself. Time to go talk to the... I guess he's technically like a Grim Reaper. About Hikobe. You didn't know Hikobe, but you did well by him. People here won't forget that. What's next for him? He'll die, but at least he won't be in pain. When the time comes, I'll send for his family in Aratani, and we'll prepare a proper burial. Another day, another corpse, and so it runs. Yeah, this guy's basically a Grim Reaper. Anyway, can I have your fish? Thanks. I'm kind of in the process of not trying to die. I can't pick that up, it looks like. But we won't worry about it. Okay. Talk to Kengyo. Ajiza Mirai. And find a way to help him. Oh, he's way over there. Okay, I guess we can. It's gonna take me a hot second to run that far. Let me cook first, because fish. Can I craft more instead, maybe? There we go. The brain turned off. We got it back on. We're back on and cooking. Literally and metaphorically, because I was in fact cooking. We're just kind of straight lining it again. Mostly because I want to try and get this quest done before 10 o'clock when I'm supposed to be ending stream. And then maybe Saturday I can go... Well, okay, my plan is to go live earlier on Saturday regardless, but maybe I can go live a little bit even earlier. And then we can spend some time tearing down what's in the village and building up a nicer area. Alright? There's chrysanthemums right there. Anyway. Oh, my blessing ended. But yeah, we can spend some time working on the village, and then we can spend some time building up the surrounding quest lines and storylines and everything. And I also plan to maybe... This game's definitely going to take longer than 2 streams to finish. Based on A, the fact that I get distracted by everything. B, how much it seems that there is. Like, we're a little over 2 hours in, and I am still here with almost nothing done. So, I've done basically nothing. We gotta finish quests. There's 4 things. So yeah, this game's definitely gonna take a lot longer. So maybe I check out that other game on my own time, because I think that one's supposed to be fairly quick. And then we can keep playing this game for a little bit. What are the thoughts? What are the opinions? Are you guys enjoying this game? Are you entertained by this game at all? Do you have opinions on this game that I should be aware of? Is there something specific you want to see me try to do in this game with our very limited knowledge of how it works? It seems good so far. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's kind of the kind of just open world survival. I want to see a tree fall on a house. I can try to make that happen, James, but no promises. No promises. I'll do my best, though. Are these targets? Neat. Do you have food I can steal, sir? He does not. Wait. He does not. Them's kegs? I don't think so, to be honest. Oh, hey! You don't see me anymore. I want the hat. Can I have the hat? Darn it. What's in here? These are kegs. Or just barrels, but they're not as fun. These, on the other hand, are definitely straw. Let's talk to the warrior, Kengyo. Toshichi said you might need some help. I don't need help from anyone. And now I'm busy with the damn kid. What kid? There's no one here. Damn wimp, more like it. Kikumatsu. Told him to go and practice hunting. He sure is taking his sweet time. Where is he? Probably hiding in the hills behind the hunting hut and whimpering. How long has he been away? Long enough, and I see he's not the only one wasting my time. Goodbye. Man's got an attitude. He's a little sassy. Okay. I guess I'll just head off this way. We'll use the pathway, I guess. That said, he's supposed to be over the hills, so... If the pathway doesn't kind of... Okay, it does hook back this way. He's still this way? Nope, we're skyrimming. We're skyrimming. Dodge the tree, dodge the tree, dodge the tree. This is in the hills to you? Kengyo, this is not in the hills. The hills are over there. He's basically just a little valley boy. Kengyo told me he gave you a task. Yes, he told me to hunt and bring him 3 pieces of cooked meat to make me tougher. He said it's really hard. You're distraught. I know I should be brave, but my father, when he was still alive, told me it's wrong to kill animals. It's stupid, I know. Man's trying to be a vegetarian. I can't get behind that. Come on, kid. Just murder a bunny. Cook it up. Have a grand old time. It'll be fine. Look, kid, perhaps I could do it for you. You would? Thank you, I guess. Apparently Kengyo does it all with his bare hands because he didn't bother to give me a knife. Where can I find something to hunt? There are plenty of hair forms around, but they're so small and quick and they don't have much meat on them. So you may want to look for deer. But please don't tell me what you decided. I don't want to know. Get a knife and spear. I have a knife. I have 2 knives, actually. See? 1 knife, 2 knife. I just need to make a spear. And we're gonna eat some cooked fish real quick. Just because I don't want to go hungry. I need a log, though. I now have 3 knives. Sammy, I got an extra knife. You want 1? Or 2? I got plenty. Ooh, yes. Good for you. Or you're in luck, because I keep accidentally making knives like the idiot I am. See, I wish the tree branches had a bit of physics to them, but it's okay, because once you... Boom. Now look at that. The logs are affected by gravity. And then, of course, we gotta speak for the trees and cut this down too. There we go. Yeah, see, Sammy, I have this knife, and then I have this knife, and I just made this knife. I got a lot of knives, and I keep accidentally making more. Because what I do is oh, hang on, you gotta put the... When you go to, like, open this menu, it's the scroll wheel kind of style, so even if my mouse is out here and I click, it makes the item. But I try to click outside of the window thinking it's gonna close it and nothing will be made. Okay, now we need to hunt and skin animals. So step 1, equip this bad boy. Where is an animal? Does anyone see an animal? I gotta see an animal. He's also kind of crouch walking to the beat. Almost. It was working there for a second. Okay, well, I see a shrine. So we're gonna go to the shrine. And we'll worry about murdering animals later. Unless this is the same shrine as before. Is this a Nari shrine? Yeah, it's a Nari shrine. Okay, time to go murder animals now, just not foxes. Don't wanna make the goddess mad at me. But anyway, animals. Is that animals? No. Where are animals? I saw 1 singular rabbit so far. I see an animal. Did you guys see an animal? Do you see the animal? It's a rabbit. We're going after it. I want a mortar. Where'd it go? I want a mortar. Where'd it go? Ah! How am I supposed to murder if I can't find the animals? I lost it. Found a crow's nest. Does that count? But I lost the rabbit. Or am I going to be able to find a deer? That would be better. Or you know what I want to do? Hang on. Real quick, we're gonna make a second spear just in case. Just in case. You never know. You never know when you might need one. All right. Are you? I see it. I see it. We're tracking. Why did I not throw the spear? Is it a short click to throw? I'll get it. I'll get it. If I didn't lose it. It was right here. Where? Where? I just want to murder. Why is that such a problem? Darn rabbits. Why do animals not want to be murdered? Can anyone answer me this question? It's just a bit of murdering. It's not that big of a deal. We can all put up with it. I lost the one rabbit. We're gonna start heading a little, or like, kind of back towards where we need to be, and maybe we'll run into a rabbit somewhere over here. Yes, we did. So if I just click, no. Oh, because it's aim click. I see. I see. Okay. I'm just dumb. I wasn't looking at the screen properly. Boulder, how are you today? Could you not push on my hand as I'm holding a mouse? Hey, I told you not to. I told you not to. What are you doing now? Why are you panicking? What are you doing, buddy? Okay. Good chat. Good chat. Cats, yeah, this is Boulder. Would you like to say hello? Would you like to say hello? No, not at all. You have zero interest. I promise he's talkative, just not on stream, ever. Could you get your claw out of my finger? Thank you. I know what he wants. James, don't you dare. He wants to see me murder, that's what he wants. Isn't that right? There we go. Oh, well. And now you're knocking stuff off my desk. You already did this once today. Here, come here. You're gonna long cat all the way over here. Thank you. Now I lost the rabbit. I will refrain from feeding the kitties late at night. Thank you. Next string. Oh, I see a person. Can I murder a person? It actually looks like who I'm trying to catch animals for. Man, this hunting thing is boring. Where are all the rabbits? Let alone I gotta get 3 of them? Unless I happen to get 3 meat out of a single rabbit, I don't think this is about to be a very fast quest. Unless I can find like a deer. I'm literally just using my entire monitors to like watch for movement. Hello, Scuba. Did you want to say hello as well? All right, fine. Come here. There we go. We got both cats out. Howdy. Do you want to see me murder Scuba? There's a comma in that sentence. Before anyone freaks out, there's a comma. Do you want to see me murder, comma, Scuba, question mark. I feel like I need to...
FBI, open up!
Easy there, easy there. I clarified myself. I made sure there was no misunderstandings. Isn't that right? Cat who is still alive. Yeah? You big chillin'? You want to say hello? No? Okay. She doesn't spend much time on the desk. She tends to hang out down by my feet. I don't know why I'm like stretching my neck and like trying to like look over bushes as if that's gonna make any difference. I am not seeing any rabbits, but I am seeing the amount of cat hair on my face. I'm not really seeing it, I'm feeling it. I might save hunting for next stream then, because we got about 5 minutes left. And ads are going to play in about that time, and I can only snooze it so many times before it forces me to play an ad again, so... I think I'm going to get myself kind of up... Oh, wait. $2:54 a.m. Is that UTC? Nobody making noise. We are not allowed to make noise right now. Everyone shut up, it's happening. Bastard. Do we reload the save? It's looking like we might have to reload the save. Wait, hang on. He stopped. He stopped. He stopped. Everyone stay calm. Everyone stay calm. I said stay calm, everyone. Stop freaking out. I got him once. Oh, there's a fox. He's with me. I lost where the deer went, though. Do you think he's gonna bleed out on his own? Where's the deer? Is that the same deer? Is that a different deer? There's lots of deer over here. Where's the one I already hit, though? He's gonna have a weaker health. Or if I... Alright, I got 2 spears again. Look for the one with the spear sticking out of it. Thank you, James. I never would have thought of that myself. Just keep running. I'm gonna run out of stamina as long as I can keep them in sight. As long as I can keep them in sight. Lost sight of them. Would you like a spear sticking out of you as well? No, you already have a spear sticking out of you. Have another one. Murder! 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 Ah! Murder! Murder. We did murder! All the murder. All of it. Can I pick up? Where's the other one? Sir, can I have my other spear back? Nope, guess not. But there we go, we got the meat. We got 6 meat from that. Stone knife was destroyed. Okay, I'm only down to 2 stone knives, everyone. And I got 1 minute left. 4 minutes till ads start. Give me 1 second. Hang on. I should be able to snooze twice, which will buy me an extra 10 minutes. So we're going to do that. Okay. There's now 9 minutes until ads start. Hopefully fall damage. Oh, no. Fall damage is very much a thing. And I'm now at half health. Hello, Fox. Hello, Fox. Inari is with me. Yep, there's my phone going off telling me it's 10. Don't worry. We're going to be wrapping up here real soon. I just want to finish this quest so I don't leave it half done. Doc, I have the meat right here. King Gil wants it cooked. Bro, shut up! I literally have the meat! Cook it yourself! I'm just making a fire in the middle of the forest here. I do not care. Boom. Just middle of here. This man is such a baby. No, no, no. Cook. Cook. You. Now I gotta do it one more time. One more time. Hang on, hang on. What would Smokey say? Smokey would ask if I am trying to prevent wildfires, but since the wildfire can't exactly burn down the village, I'm not concerned. You know, the village is already kind of burned down. Don't have to worry about losing it again. Here, I cooked your damn meat. Wait a moment, have you eaten today? Don't worry about me. Since mom and dad died, I got used to it. I can go a couple days without food, you know? Kengyo says it's a sign of discipline. See, you are tough after all. I ain't feeding this bitch. No, no. No, no. I'm not feeding the bitch boy. Mostly because I need the food myself. I will. I just need to muster up the courage to do it. Sure. Okay. To Kingyo. Rude old man. I know it's the middle of the night, which is why I'm here to annoy you. Talk. Kikumatsu will bring you the meat. Ah, good, good. Wait, how do you know that? I told him to. And he actually listened? Well, it seems you can be useful. You must have scared him out of his pants. You seem worthy. Come back if you ever need advice or on how to set up a proper outpost like mine. Okay. Alright. Let's head back to the village, but we're not going to talk to Toshiki. That way we can have something to start with on Saturday. Do. Going swimming in the river. Because everyone knows the fastest way to travel in a game is by following the river. Just dead sprinting through a river has to be the fastest method. How else would you get anywhere if not from sprinting through rivers? Like, man is in a full-on sprint waist deep in water, only stopping because his stamina runs out. Like, you gotta respect the game. We're just about back. Just about there. I'm gonna have to hit snooze again here in a second, but that's okay. I can do so. We got 100 units to go. It doesn't... I'm going to assume it's meters. Give me this. Because it's you know, a non-US environment. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I understand if you guys cannot see anything. If it makes it feel any better, I can't see shit either right now. But okay, we got here. Save game. Dear. Yes. Okay. I will flip us back to a just chatting screen. I'm going to go ahead and shut down this game. Honestly, that was a lot more fun. Oh, it completely shut the game. Either way, that is a lot more fun than I was expecting it to be. I worried that that was going to be one of those, like, you quickly play it for, you know, a day or two, you finish it in like 5 to 6 hours, and you're done. No, I was actually quite entertained. That was rather fun to play. So, I'm going to have to figure out how much time I spend actually playing. And I do want to try to get the review out, so I might have to play a little bit off stream. If I do, I will do it on a separate save. Let me hit snooze right now. Okay, we're at 8 minutes until the next ad runs, which is plenty of time for me to wrap up. I think... Do we keep it in the category? It's been a while since I kept it in the category, and this is a new release. Or do we want to do a follower of mine? Because there's a couple of people in here I have not rated in a while. Let me look and see who all is around, first and foremost. I think we are going to I'll be honest, I'm kind of lost. I'm thinking totally up to me. Okay. Yeah, I say we're gonna keep it in the category. I just want to make sure I pick someone who seems... Some of these people look way further into the game than I do. So maybe we don't. I'd want to get farther into the game before I raid into other people, because then it prevents spoilers from myself. So I think instead... Let me check for something real fast. I want to verify. We're pulling out the raid list. Are you checking my work folder? Yeah, okay. We are going to keep it fairly simple today. We are going to raid someone we have before. Someone I have been hanging out in their streams quite a bit lately, even if I have not been the most talkative. We are going to go to the one and only Marshmallow. Mostly because I'm likely going to be heading that way anyway myself. So why not just head that way with everyone else, right? Does that not seem like the best idea ever? So I'm going to get myself TBH same. Yeah, I tend to normally end up in Marsh's stream by the end of the day, so might as well do this now. So, time for me to run these links. If you are not following me on any of my socials and you would like to, there is the list of all of them. If there's one in that list I would recommend, it would definitely be the YouTube channel. If you notice Discord is not in there, that is because I plug it separately. It is the most important of all of the links I have just sent. That is where all of the announcements, all of the updates, all of the information can be found. And you can find links to every other site on that Discord. If you are following, or if you are not subscribed to me and you would like to support me in this raid, you can go ahead and grab that message right there. If you are subscribed to me and you want to support me on the raid, you can go ahead and grab that message right there. Other than that, like I said, I'll be back on Saturday to continue playing this game. I actually enjoyed it quite a bit, so I'm more than willing to play this game on Saturday. And there is another game. I'm still on the fence on whether or not I want to play that one on stream. It might be a quick game, so I might just go and play it separately and work my way through that. Either way, like I said, I'll be back Saturday. Hopefully I can get the review for this game out on Saturday as well, and we will be ready for the future. I will see you guys all next time. All right, bye-bye.